Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back again with a new video, that is the fourth part of active and passive voice. Till now, we have learned how to change statements and imperative sentences from active to passive voice. But today we shall learn how to change interrogative sentences into passive voice. Now let's have a look. Firstly, we will learn how yes/no questions are changed into passive voice. Rule number 1. If the yes no question begins with do, does, or did, we begin the passive voice with is, am, are, was, were. Now let's see the active pattern and passive pattern first. The active pattern is do or does or did plus subject plus verb 1 plus subject and question mark. And the passive pattern is, am, are, was, were plus object plus verb 3 plus by plus subject and question mark. For example, does he respect the teachers? Now let's see how it changes. Since the subject is plural here, we have used the plural form of verb are. Are the teachers respected by him? Similarly, did Ram break the chair? Here, the subject is singular, so the singular form of verb be was is used. Let's see, was the chair broken by Ram? Similarly, come in rule number 2. If the yes no question begins with is, am, are, was, were, we begin with the same. Now let's see the active pattern and passive pattern first. Active pattern is am, are, was, were plus subject plus verb 4 plus subject and question mark. And the passive pattern is am, are, was, were plus subject plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus subject and question mark. Here being is added since it is a continuous tense. Now let's see the example. Are they painting the building? Now let's see how it changes. Since the subject building is singular, here we have used the singular form of be, that is the building being painted by them? Similarly, were the boys bunking the class? Here the subject is singular, so the singular form of be was is used here, like was the class being bunked by the boys? Now come in rule number 3, which is on perfect tenses. Let's see the active and passive pattern first. The active pattern is have or has or had plus subject plus verb 3 plus subject and question mark. And the passive pattern is have or has or had plus object plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus subject and object and question mark. For example, have you taken your lunch? Now let's see how it changes. Since the subject your lunch is singular here, we have used the singular form of verb has. So has your lunch been taken? Now come in rule number 4, which is on modal verbs. Now let's see the active and passive pattern first. The active pattern is will or can or must plus subject plus verb 1 plus object and question mark. And the passive pattern is will or can or must plus object plus be plus verb 3 plus by plus subject and question mark. For example, can she accomplish the work? Now let's see how it changes. Can the work be accomplished by her? Similarly, now rule number 5. If the question begins with who, the passive begins with by whom. For example, who stole my ball pen? Now let's see how it changes. By whom was my ball pen stolen? Or we can begin with who as well, like who was my ball pen stolen by? Now come in rule number 6. If the question begins with W as word, we begin the passive with the same question word. For example, how can they cross the river? Now let's see how it changes. How can the river be crossed? Similarly, Why are you wasting money? Now let's see how it changes. Why is money being wasted by you? Well, I have given you some more examples as well. Now let me read the examples. Number one, they do not know me. Now let's change it. I am not known to them. Number two, he did not break the glass. The passive voice is the glass was not broken by him. Number three, do you speak French? The passive is French spoken by you? Number four, did they win the match? The passive was the match won by them? Number five, can the baby eat fruits? Now the passive can fruits be eaten by the baby? Similarly, number six, will the girls pluck the flowers? The passive voice is will the flowers be plucked by the girls? Number seven, have you taken breakfast? The passive is has breakfast been taken by you? Number eight, what are you writing? The passive is what is being written by you? Number nine, when will they open the shops? The passive is when will the shops be open? Number 10, are boys chasing the dog? The passive is the dog being chased by the boys? Thank you. If you like my videos, please don't forget to hit like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you.